There's another young player closer to home that's kind of stood out here. It's someone I know well, actually. Javon Freeman Liberty. He's with the Bulls now. He played for the G League last year. He's with Windy City, back for the Summer League this year. That's why people might recognize that name. If you watch the Summer League, and again, I barely watched it, but I know Javon Freeman Liberty's been balling out. 21 points, 4.6 rebounds, 4.4 assists per game. I think they played 5 or 6 games now, so this isn't like a 2-game sample size.
Yeah.
I want him to get that third two-way spot. Like you need shooting. The Bulls need shooting. You've got a guy right under your nose. I want him bad.
Yeah, they definitely have to take advantage of it. I haven't watched them a lot, but like I said, I'll take your word for it. And they need to sign them ASAP. Don't you want to lose out another product like this? And right up on your nose, a guy who can probably help your team. So sign him, and just get him to the team, and let that be that.
So I go back with Javon Freeman Liberty a little bit. He started his career at Valpo in the Missouri Valley. That was when I was at Loyola covering the Missouri Valley. So I've watched Javon Freeman Liberty's game grow a lot. And I was in the media room when he said he was leaning toward coming back to Valpo.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't come back to Valpo. Instead, he went to DePaul and played the Big East. He took another leap in the Big East. So his game has grown. Going from the Missouri Valley to the Big East is a big jump. Like, I love the Valley. It's a mid-major league. The Big East, there's a reason UConn plays in the league, and they won the national championship this year. Like, that's a big jump. Then he went to the G League, still putting up good numbers. I think he can make that jump from the G League to the NBA. And based on what he's shown in the Summer League, like you said, we both say, you've got him right there. Don't let him get too far, because that's happened before in recent memory.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's definitely, I think this is what the Summer League is really good for seeing players like this and seeing players continue to develop and seeing what they can do if they have the ball in their hands, a lot more than just standing in the corner or just being like a 3-and-D guy. So like you said, averaging 21 points is not easy, whether it's Summer League or where the case may be, but he did it. And like I said, he's putting the work in, and it's definitely showing.
Yeah, and it's reminding me of two other names. What do Max Strus and Spencer Dinwiddie have in common?
Good question.
They both played for the Bulls in the G League. They both were coming up through the Bulls organization. Bulls let them both get away. Now, this was Dinwiddie was under the past regime. Strus was under this regime because he tore his ACL. You know those names now.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Those are two bigger names in the league. Max Strus just got a bag in free agency from the Cavs. I don't want Javon Freeman Liberty to take that same path.
Right.
I don't want him to go be a star for another team. I want to be a star for my team.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Bulls have to lock him up now, and let's get it. You don't want to keep losing out on these, on these guys who can be good role players for your teams, but still have major impact on your teams also.
See, here's the thing. AK came out after the draft and was talking about this director of player development they've got. This new shooting coach they've got is also their new director of player development. And I still don't know how much of an impact a new shooting coach can make. Obviously, it does something, but talk about him like they're talking about. It sounds like he's just going to turn their development program around. If you're going to talk that talk, keep a guy like Javon Freeman Liberty around and develop him into your next maybe franchise player, or at least someone who can play a role for you.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely have to. That's what these development coaches are I'm sure, are hired for. Definitely the ones in my career, they develop the young guys, before and after practice, working with them daily so they can be ready whenever their number is called. So hopefully, these guys are doing the right work and scouting the right players and stuff like that. So hopefully, like I said, they don't let them go and don't let them slide.
Because the other thing with AK's draft record is the draft record's not that exciting. Like Patrick Williams, you've been adamant. You stood on the table for him to have a breakout year this year. I think you're right. Like, I think you're absolutely right on that. Outside of that, we don't know if Io DeSumo was coming back. They've extended him a qualifying offer, but nothing else has been done. And so he's not formally coming back. Dalen Terry, it's been okay, I guess. Like, he needs to take another leap. He's shown flashes in Summer League. Julian Phillips, it was second round pick. It's going to be what it is. Like, you're not going to have instant impact all the time in the second round. So if you got a guy like JFL who you signed up, he was an undrafted free agent, by the way. Like, there's nothing wrong with having an undrafted free agent come in and make an impact. You know that well.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely know that well. Undrafted guys, I have to stand for those guys because I was an undrafted guy, and all the hard work we put in sometimes goes unrecognized. But when you get that shot, you just got to take advantage of it. And like I said, he's doing just that right now, averaging 21 and just doing all the things he's done for that team. So they definitely need to give him a shot and a hard look.